Welcome back to Dove Club Sports. I'm Anna Mixon.
And I'm Meghan Black. Last week we took a look at gymnastics and women's volleyball. This week we were able to catch up with water polo, men's rugby, and women's basketball.
The water polo team traveled to Chapel Hill this past weekend for the 28th annual Tar Heel Invitational to face off against Texas A&M, JMU, UNC Chapel Hill, and Emory University. The team played a total of 4 games, pulling a 5-1 win against JMU on Friday with a score of 6-5 for both Saturday games. The team fell short to Texas A&M and Emory. In the final match of the tournament, UNCW put up a great fight, but was unable to defeat Chapel Hill in a 7-6 loss. Freshman and captain-elect Samuel Catlin was UNCW's top shooter for the tournament. If you are interested in joining the water polo team, you have until finals to contact President Walter Lynch for information about joining.
Last Thursday, we went out to the Gazebo Fields to catch up with the men's rugby team as they continue their journey to the national championship. The Seahawks hosted the Wisconsin Badgers in a sevens tournament that kicked off at 5 p.m. Both teams had 3 sets of 7 players and played a total of 9 games throughout the evening. We were able to speak with President Hollis Harris about his thoughts on the tournament and what he hopes to see for the rest of the season.
It was an interesting learning experience. Wisconsin's like a really established program, and they came down on tour for their spring break, and we did 3 sets of 3 matches. So we had our starters and then subs, and then guys that usually don't play sevens play against them, and it was really good. We got a lot of people with some experience they hadn't had before. The fans seemed to enjoy it. There was a lot of fans out there, and that's good to see. And it was a good experience. We learned a lot from it. This weekend we have SoCon third leg at Furman, and that's going to decide the seeding for the finals for the conference. And so when we go to finals after that, this probably it's probably 2 weeks after Furman, we'll see if we made a nationals or not. So you win conference, you go to nationals. Pretty much that simple. And we're hoping that nationals is a thing for us. So we're hoping for yet another successful season. Ideally, we're going to win the conference like we always do, and we're going to get a bid to nationals again. We're hoping to have a lot of home games, so get some people out there to see what rugby is about, because a lot of people don't know how to play, what it's about, and all that stuff. So we're hoping to kind of spread the word a bit. And yeah, I mean, that's it. We're just hoping to make a push for recruiting, do some volunteering here and there, get our name out there, that kind of stuff. Yeah, we're doing some volunteer work. We have a relationship with the Bellamy Mansion. Since last year, we've started helping with certain events like their Family Fun Day. We're going to get a crew out there to help clean up afterwards, and we do some beach sweeps every now and then, canned food drives, that kind of stuff. And maybe GoFundMe is a good idea. Think about that.
You can keep up to date with the men's rugby team on their Facebook page for all future events.
We also joined the women's club basketball team for practice as they prepare for their upcoming tournament on April 9th and 10th, located in the Student Rec Center. We interviewed Captain JoJo Marie to talk more on women's club basketball.
Our upcoming tournament is April 9th and 10th. We're going to be playing Georgetown, High Point, Duke, possibly Campbell and Pembroke if they get their affairs in line. It's pretty much the same all year. We come in, we do our basic continuity Laker drills, our passing, shooting drills. Our big thing is defense because we're a pretty small team, so we have to work a lot on the defenses that we're going to use and not so much offense because we have pretty good shooters and pretty good outside shots. But we have a lot of seniors this year, I think 5, and so that's a lot more than we have had in years past. So a lot of us have been on the team for 3 or 4 years together. And so I think our chemistry is pretty good right now, pretty solid. It varies on days. Camille Baker is our vice president, and she's going to take over this next year. And then we have a whole lineup of officers to follow. Hopefully they can all carry it on and do pretty good. I'm pretty confident in them. They've been doing pretty well this year.
That's all we have for this week's episode of DCS. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to catch us next week to see which club sports we'll be highlighting.
Until next time, Seahawks, have a fantastic week.